Last night to the sound of thunder, how far off you sat and wondered, right? It came through about 3, 4, 5 o'clock in the morning in the mid-valley, but now it's all gone. One more watch of the loop and you see this stuff kind of working its way through the valley. Now the clouds kind of thinning a little bit from west to east, but there's still cloud cover across portions of the valley. If you're in the west, you got to see a little bit of a sunset. In the east, not so much. Clouds kind of hanging around. Now let's look at where the rain fell, and you can see a little thin band through the middle of Starr County. That mostly the really light stuff, but then you get into the middle part of the valley up into Willacy County. That's where the rain was the heaviest. Take a closer look and you can see this band of green right down here, about 1.25 inches or so. That confirms South Donna from Oscar Dame, the other one, the real one, our storm tracker there. You go over here, you can see just north of Weslaco about 1.6. But look, you get back to McAllen, only 0.3 of an inch, about 1/4 of an inch, according to Doppler in the McAllen area. Then we get up into northern Cameron County. Look right just to the north of Combs. 2.8 inches is what the Doppler suggests. Around Santa Monica and Willacy County, 1.9. Raymondville, about 1 inch, almost 1.5 inches at Port Mansfield. Then let's move the map down and look at the rest of Cameron County, and well, not so much. About 1/10 at Port Isabel. And north of Brownsville, maybe 0.2, but in town you don't see much. It's pretty light in the lower valley. So that's kind of the way the rain was distributed last night and this morning. Now overnight tonight, I think the fog shows up because there's an awful lot of moisture in the ground. Flows coming back out of the southeast, everything coming together to give us fog. And then during the daytime, that fog should burn off. We're back to partly sunny skies by afternoon. That'll allow temperatures to warm back up, probably in the 80s in most areas. Saturday, I think we start with clouds early, but sun takes over again, and Saturday downright hot, very near record highs across the area, pushing 90 in many areas. And then a front comes through Saturday night, Sunday morning, and then it just turns windy, a little cooler, mainly in the upper 70s on Sunday, but a high wildfire danger because the bottom's going to drop out of the humidity levels. We're going to go down under 15% probably. Strong northwesterly wind, 30 to 35 miles an hour. That combination, along with the dry ground that's already out there from that freeze a couple of weeks ago, really making things prime for wildfires to spread. Once they start, they can spread very quickly, so explosive growth possible with those. So just delay any burning this weekend, especially Sunday. We're dry weather-wise. Don't see any rain coming in anytime soon. Temperature-wise, here's where we stand. 74 in Starr County. Sun came out there, so they warmed up. Everybody else, we're staying in the 60s. Port Isabel about 64. Tomorrow's highs, counting on some sun showing up by about mid-morning. Once the sun comes out, temperatures are back in the 80s, the exception the island, about 78 degrees for your high temperature there. The next 3 days, the norm is 71. And look at this, 83, 88, the record's 90. We're going to be knocking on the door of that record. And then Sunday, 79. It does turn a little cooler, but not a lot. Around Texas, no big push of cold air right now. Temperatures mainly in the 60s and 70s. One front pushing northward away from us. We have to kind of work our way through the weekend to get the fronts to actually show up on the map. Here's tomorrow, the front just beginning to make its presence felt. This front actually stays to our north, so we stay hot on Saturday. The secondary front is the one that pushes through Saturday night, making it windy and again that high danger for wildfires on Sunday. Monday, the wind goes away. It still looks like a pretty nice day, minus the wind. Here's a look at the coast. If you're headed that way in the morning, winds out of the south early at about 12. 73 degrees is your temperature in the morning. We should stay in the 70s much of the day at the beach. UV is moderate, as is the rip current risk. The surf temperature right now at 69 degrees. Here at the tides, seas running 2 to 3 feet. The bay temperature right now at 70. So for tonight, watch out for fog, especially later. 64 for a low. And then tomorrow, back to 83, southeasterly winds, fog early, but then some afternoon sunshine. That's what will help warm temperatures up tomorrow afternoon. A lot more sunshine on Saturday, back to 88. Front comes through, windy and cooler, still 79 on Sunday. The wind goes away on Monday, back to 79. Just when we start to warm up a bit on Tuesday at 85, 86 in that range, another front comes in, cools it off for the middle part of next week. That is your updated First Warn 5 forecast.
Thank you.